Dr. Oz here with us right now. More than 2.5 million people over the age of 75 suffer from what's called aortic stenosis. It's actually a narrowing of your heart valve. It can cause breathlessness, chest pain, heart palpitations. Now, traditionally, the solution would be open heart surgery, but that could be dangerous for some. But according to new research, tens of thousands of heart patients may not need this open heart surgery because of this brand new procedure. And Dr. Oz is here to tell us about that. Thank you for being here, and tell us what this procedure is.
Well, just to give you some background, the paper was presented yesterday in New Orleans, and there were some really prominent docs there, and one of them said, your grandchildren will be told the stories of the fact that you were here and witnessed this presentation. It's called the transaortic valve replacement.
TAVR.
TAVR. You'll be hearing that term quite a bit. I'm a heart surgeon, so and my specialty is opening the chest up, stopping the heart, going in, fixing the valve. But when I was a young surgeon, I started getting interested in how catheters could play a role here. And I actually wrote the patent for the mitral valve, which was the front page article in the New York Times about 6 months ago, because we can help people with mitral valve disease. But this is the aortic valve. It's actually more commonly repaired by surgeons. And I was involved early on with this company also. And again, I have no conflicts now, but I'm very proud of my partners who were innovative and were able to push this thing forward so far. Because when you look at what happens in American medicine, the body doesn't change, but our innovative approaches to fixing things in it has changed dramatically. And this is just another one of those sentinel moments where everyone in medicine just takes a step back and says, oh my goodness, I don't have to do all that invasive work anymore. I can go from the groin. I have a little video to show everybody. This is an animation of what happens inside your heart when you have a problem. There's a catheter going up from the groin into the valve. That little area where the valve is just barely moving is ballooned open, and then you deploy a stent in there. Again, you're going in from the groin, so it's much less invasive.
Because traditionally, you're talking about breaking the ribs, cracking the ribs open, months
and
of
stopping
recovery.
the heart. Now here you have something interesting. There's a stent that's being pushed in. Now this stent looks like it's a little round coil, you'll see it, and we push it actually through that little valve that gets over time worn out, and it no longer is able to open. That means that the heart can't push the blood out to the body. Very carefully, we push it into the heart. We then get the heart to stop beating for a second. You'll start to quiver like that after we position it correctly. And this is all happening almost in this much time. I mean, literally, in just 2 or 3 minutes, you put the valve in there, you deploy it like that, and now all of a sudden you've crushed the old valve out of the way. And with that old valve gone, the new valve is allowed to function normally. The pressure on the heart goes away. The patient's able to do much better because aortic stenosis is a lethal condition. Within 2 to 3 years of developing the symptoms you mentioned earlier, shortness of breath, chest pain, people will often die. This completely changes that, and this is important. It's not just for older folks. When we first developed this technology, it was only used in people who were palliative, just to eke out a few extra months. This study said, okay, 1,000 people randomized over a year. What's the chance that they'll die, have a stroke, or be readmitted to the hospital in that year? It was half the rate almost of people who had the traditional old-fashioned heart operation versus this new catheter.
That's incredible. And do you think this will just be the norm from now on, that we really won't see very many open heart surgeries?
Well, open heart surgery is very important for other conditions. For example, not everyone with an aortic valve problem can have this. Your doctor's going to be able to help you with that. Sometimes you need more than one thing done. You need a bypass operation and a valve replaced. So heart surgery still has a very bright future. But what I love the most, and this is an example of how American medicine progresses, you had heart surgeons like me working with cardiologists, working with scientists. The scientists founders were both named Stan, so they were called the Stans. And you get all these people working together in disciplines that aren't their native discipline, and you come with great ideas. The industry supports that. This was Edward Life Sciences was the main supporter of this. Medtronic did another very similar program, also presented yesterday. So these two big companies push big clinical trials, and now the U.S. government's going to look at this with insurance companies and say, you know what, we're going to start to support this kind of innovation. It's good for the patients. It'll hopefully save some money, but certainly it'll save morbidity. People will do better with it.
And talk about the difference in recovery from a traditional open heart surgery to what this could mean.
Well, you go home in a day or two after these procedures.
Really?
There's no big incision in your body, and that's one of the reasons that when we polled patients, even a year out, most of them were much happier they had this operation or this procedure than if they'd had the more traditional operation. Again, it's reflective of how fast and rapidly medicine is changing, which is why if you're watching right now, please make sure and you're a candidate for anything going on in your heart, talk to your doctor about the new ideas that are out there. Keep us up to date. And these TAVRs, that's what they're called, now will be applicable to most people who have the traditional form of aortic stenosis or blockage, suffocation of the aortic valve.
Now, where did you first get this idea? Because this started years and years ago.
So I was actually initially at a conference in Italy, and I ran into an Italian surgeon who had the idea of using less invasive approaches. I had the concept of putting him on a catheter valve. With this new idea, the basic concepts were actually developed by people who are new to the field, who said, why do we have to remove the old valve? Why not leave the old valve there, which is the hard thing to do, cutting out the old valve without causing a stroke, and just squish it out of the way.
Sure.
It could be like mortar, right? You just push it out of the way, it can hold the new valve in place. With those novel ideas, all of a sudden we were empowered to go out and try it. But like most of these medical advances, there are a lot of naysayers. A lot of people say, it's never going to work.
Or too risky, or that sort of thing.
You know, and of course, it's in the eye of the beholder. But Blockbuster no longer selling a lot of videos, right? Kodak doesn't take a lot of pictures anymore.
Things have changed.
Exactly. And it's not small little changes. It's big paradigm shifts that alter how we see the world around us. Unfortunately, though, in medicine, it often takes years for the medical community to learn about these new advances, which is why it's so important for you to be on the offensive. If you're watching right now, you know, do a little bit of homework on the web. This is a big article yesterday in the Times. I mean, it's all over the place. Now become smart about it, educate yourself, and then push the doctors in your life. Because by you helping the doctors do their research, you help all the other patients that those doctors see. You make us all smarter.
You got a lot of exciting things going on. Also, on your show later on today on this channel, you're talking about something a little different. You're talking about pizza. Tell me, what's that about?
350 slices sold a day of, I'm sorry, a second, not a day, a second of pizza. And the reason that companies can do this is, guess what? They make different dough, they make different cheese. Is it really good for you? That's the essence today, to figure out, have we hacked pizza the wrong way?
And it's so good, though, so you're going to set us straight with what the reality is with when you eat it. Dr. Oz, thank you so much for being here. And of course,